What's up, ladies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen how to cook. And today we're making saltfish casserole in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. And turn on your post notifications so you won't miss any of these uploads. And for all I'm returning good on the don't know my love and not on the ready to cook, let's cook. Alright, goodies, let's get into the recipe because it's going to be fast, easy, and simple. Now, the main ingredients for this recipe is your Jamaican sweet potato. Now, we cannot use the one they call yam, the one where you make for Thanksgiving dinner. That's not the one we want. We want the one where you actually use to make Jamaican sweet potato pudding. That's the one that we want to use, right? So you go ahead and you peel it and you let it boil until nice and tender. But you'd want to be sure that it's holding when you boil your sweet potato, right? And again, you can only use Jamaican sweet potato for the recipe. Now, after you have boiled it and it's cooked nice and tender and it's holding pretty much like this, you want to go ahead and use a knife and just put dices into the potato. Now, you don't want to go ahead and mash it up like you're making mashed potato. That is not the texture that we're looking for. You want to be sure that you have some chunks in it when you make your casserole. That is the trick to this recipe, right? Now you want to set that aside. You're going to get all your bell peppers, onions, tomato, garlic, scallion, and thyme, and a little bit of hot scotch bonnet if you like spicy. Just be generous with your bell peppers. And I did use green, orange, and yellow bell pepper. But of course you could add any other colors, but just be sure you be generous with your bell pepper. Now, the main ingredients also is our saltfish, okay? We're using Jamaican saltfish, but of course you could use whatever kind of a saltfish that you could find in your supermarket nearest to you. We're going to also need white rice. You want to make sure that you are using cooked white rice and not uncooked. To the recipe, you're going to need cheese. I'm using sharp cheddar cheese here. Of course, you could use mozzarella or whatever kind of a cheese that you like. Now, what we're going to do here is very simple. We are going to boil the saltfish. Now, if you don't want to boil it, you could go ahead and let it soak overnight. But then it's going to be a process. So just to make it fast, easy, and simple, you go ahead and you boil your saltfish and get it prepared for the cooking. Now moving right along, after your saltfish is all boiled, I'll say about 2 times 15 minutes. So you cook it for 15 minutes, you throw off that water, you add another set of water on it and let it boil for another 15 minutes. You don't want to boil all the salt out of it because you're going to take away the authenticness of it. You go ahead and you pick it up and set it aside. Now right here, after you've diced and sliced up all of your seasonings and everything, and they're all prepared, you want to go in and get your oil of choice. Now for the recipe, I did use extra virgin olive oil, but you could of course change the oil of choice. Be sure once again that you are being very generous with your veggies of choice here, because once you put it into your casserole, you won't even see it. So you want to be sure that you're extremely generous with your veggies here. Now go ahead and add it to the oil, and with your fire at a medium heat. You don't want to overcook your vegetables because again it is going to go into the oven. So you don't want to overcook it. Just be sure that you have this at a medium heat once you put it into the oil. Okay? Give it a nice little toss, just like I'm doing here. Then we're going to add some apple cider vinegar because I never cook anything really without vinegar. And vinegar doesn't only is good for you on the inside, but it's also good for you on the outside. I did go in and add a little bit of black pepper, no salt, because the saltfish already salty. Because I love combo season, I add some of that to it to give it an extra amount of flavor. Did go in and add some Jamaican all-purpose season. I'm using the Grace brand here, as well as some onion and garlic powder to the mix. Now I did give it some paprika for color, and that's all I added here, and I tossed it all around. I gave it about an additional, I'll say 5 minutes of cooking time, because once again, like I said, we are not trying to overcook our vegetables here. Just be sure that you add your saltfish into the mix, and already your saltfish is cooked already because you already boiled it, right? So just toss that around, give it 5 minutes of cooking time, and you should be done. That is all that we're doing here. Perfect. Now we're going to get our casserole stacked for the oven. You want to be sure that you turn your oven on before you add your casserole dish into the oven, okay? Turn it on. We're going to bake this bad boy at about 350 degrees. It does take about 45 minutes of baking time, all right? Okay, so now we did go in and add our cooked white rice. Then we had the saltfish to the top of that. Then you want to go in and add the sweet potato, and you want to press it in. Then go in with your cheese of choice. And again, I'm using white sharp cheddar cheese here. You could use yellow or whatever kind of a cheese that you like. You go back and you repeat the step by adding your white rice that is already cooked. Stack it back again with your sweet potato. Press it down into the container and add the saltfish mix on top again and again. The last thing you do is add your cheese, and you could be as generous as you want with your cheese, because guess what? The more cheese, the merrier. And that is what we have here. You're going to go ahead and pop this in the oven with your fire at a 350 degrees. It does take about 45 minutes to cook, 40 minutes at the most, okay? And when you take it out, that's what you will have. It's going to have a nice, beautiful golden brown color on top. The cheese is melted nicely. And this is the reason why I really do love to use the white cheddar cheese, because it does give it a beautiful color. That is how it looks. It is really, really tasty, really, really delicious. I know you guys will love it. Give it a try. It is perfect for this time of the year coming up. We have Christmas around the corner, Christmas dinners. It is perfect for a New Year dinner if you're planning to do that with family. But hey, just give it a try. Let me know how you like it, okay? That's it, y'all. Share this love with all your friends and family. Tell them I'm going over here. Bring them come and send them come. I'm waiting. When you get done doing all of that, tell them where you want to see me I cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy.